no different from what I dealt with. If anything, I'm in a better position. I can command people to do things. I have more autonomy. If I think something's too risky or dangerous, I can make the executive decision to move my people out, go somewhere else. Like
control.
And also makes you a target.
liberties in certain places. Making trades.
Well, as long as you're sure you're safe, that's all I care.
Safe as I can be, I suppose.
Don't we go find a nice spot to sit and keep talking?
Yeah, sure.
I packed a thermos with some tea in it. Also some cookies.
Oh, that was kind of you. Didn't realize you'd brought them.
Originally I wasn't going to bring anything, but then I thought, might as well.
Last time I was here, there were a couple of people just sitting around smoking. I don't see or hear anyone. Most people didn't seem bothered by me wandering.
It's not like
Seemed
a
like a nice spot.
security area. Doesn't look like they're shipping anything important.
No, and honestly, I'm fairly certain most of the people here just couldn't be bothered to care. You know? It's like, not their business, and so long as I'm not there causing trouble, why care about it?
As long as you're not, like, actively breaking into shipping containers. In hindsight, I probably should have left the saw at home. It's probably fine. Ooh, this is a really good view.
That's what I thought. City looks almost pretty.
Yeah. It's very scenic.
Iris, I'm not going to fall in. It's fine.
If she falls in, Iris, I'll jump in and get her.
It's not even that deep. I can survive a little bit of water, you know.
Yeah, we can at least see
Thank
the
you for
bottom.
trusting me. Jeez. I know you don't like it, but it's not that bad.
There we go. Whole thing of cookies.
So how did you come across this place again?
I was taking a break from cleaning and wanted to go for a bit of a walk. Was feeling cooped up. Had been in a building all day, so started wandering.
Understandable.
Yeah. The meat track's not too far from where the water is, so it's surprisingly clear.
Maybe have some filtration systems here.
That or we're far enough away from the majority of the city. Hard to say. Either way, it seems relatively calm here. I thought it might be a good place to just talk.
Yeah.
Is a nice sleepy part of the city.
Yeah.
The moonlight is also nice as well.
Yeah.
The fake moon, anyway.
Yeah. It's close enough.
I wouldn't know the difference. I've never really been outside of Saphira.
Maybe we should change that sometime.
Going outside of Saphira?
Seeing the moon going outside of Saphira, whichever comes first.
Oh,
If
wait,
not
no.
both.
I've seen the moon. But it wasn't from the planet. From Aegis.
Sometimes you can see it.
Need to take you somewhere like a nice, really grassy field. Like a campsite.
Yeah. Cleaner might do you some good. Get away from the city.
Yeah. Definitely would do some good. Have an actual taste of fresh air. That's, not laced with chemicals and the like.
そうそうそう。If you're ever interested.
In going outside Saphira.
Yeah. You enjoyed coming to the Shrine, yeah? It wasn't so bad.
Yeah, true. I suppose familiar faces makes it a bit easier. But at the same time, it's...
Feels strange and foreign,
Yeah.
even if it is familiar.
I guess it's more the question... I guess it's more of a fear of the unknown, really.
No,
I understand
I
that.
know what to expect in Saphira. Outside Saphira, though. Could be anything.
I remember the first time I was outside of the city, I thought it was nighttime and I saw the stars in the sky. I thought they were a bunch of eyes staring down at me, so I got really freaked out. Very spooky.
Yeah, I suppose stars could look like that.
They're really pretty though once you get over that. Apparently,
coming here to Zafira was sort of the same for me, but the opposite. Being able to look up and not see the sky. Being surrounded by gigantic metal buildings taller than some mountains. It's terrifying. So many people. It's overwhelming.
Yeah, from what you described to me, it's a very stark contrast.
Even with some of the places I have been, lived for a time outside of Ristov, Zafira, Aegis. Zafira is, well, somewhat unique in its own sort of way.
That's the only way of putting it. Unique. Is not an incorrect statement.
Unusual, unique. Perhaps terrifying.
Yeah, to those unfamiliar, definitely could be terrifying.
Mm.
Crime rate is very prolific in Sophia.
Yeah. The number of people with guns. The variety of people. Rivals Ristov.
It's like a big magnet that attracts weird.
Hmm.
A lot of higher beings here as well. You hear things in the news all the time about people causing a ruckus or making displays and such. Corporates.
Mm.
Wealthy people with power and influence.
Far too many if you ask me. But
I remember yesterday was chatting with Hamsky. Some super rich dude walked by. I think there were someone who were at one of those auctions that bid a fuckload on one of those arrows. I forget what they did. I know a lot of people paid a lot of money for it. And Hesky made a comment, sort of quietly, and then they immediately came up to us and tried to explain that, no, they came from, they understand how the struggle is down below. They lived it, sort of thing. And it's just like, man, what a crock of shit. You have, like, all of the money. If you had understood, then you would be trying to fix the things down here.
sadly, it's not how they work or think.
Hmm.
There's nothing in it for them if they make other people's lives better. Not a
Maybe.
good investment.
I would say that understanding goes both ways, though.
Hmm.
Truth be told, even if I had a bunch of money, I would have no idea how to fix many of the problems that Zafira faces.
This is fair.
It's not to say that those people aren't... they put...
Stinky?
unpleasant.
Sometimes it's not about fixing the issue. It's just about not contributing to the problems. Which a lot of corporates seem to struggle to do.
That I can definitely agree with.
This is why I am very liking Miss Hybris and Aegis. She is big corporate, but also runs something that tries to help people.
I personally can't comment. I don't really know much of the fact that they own Aegis.
I don't know what other corporations they run, but I think they've mentioned to me that they run other businesses because they run Aegis at a loss. I think?
At a loss?
Something like that.
A corporate entity operating something at a loss? That's a first.
That reminds me. I met a strange woman the other... well, I guess it's been a few weeks since... several weeks back. Apparently, she used to work with, our boss. Was a part of this group long before, any of us were. It
You mean
was
Hybris,
strange
right?
meeting them. Yes. Talked about being good friends with her. Was a part of some sort of group before Aegis ever existed. Talked about how Hybris-sama worked with others. Used to go out fighting, that sort of thing. asked if any of us had worked with.
Oh,
A corporate fighting?
Sounds like it.
Must have been life as a adventurer, mercenary, combatant, I guess.
Yeah, I don't know much aside from this. Few things people have mentioned. Her children are nice, though.
and
Hmm. Reina-san, Jenny-san, what were the other ones? I remember meeting one named Runa.
She's sympathetic.
Very briefly.
Hybris.
Yes.
yes.
Oh, I guess they are her children. I don't really know how that
I
works.
think Reina has a brother named Jaden. They're twins. I think.
So.
Wouldn't it certainly be just
I don't know how it works.
new saves or something? I just don't know how a synthetic can produce children.
I don't know.
I mean,
All I know
same
is that she refers to
as-
them as her children, and
Same as any of us are
Them.
produced, they just build them, probably.
Yeah, I suppose children in a loose sense.
Mm.
Normally children implies a mixture of genetic material to produce a new life, but I'm not sure how synthetics would even do that. If it's even possible
know.
for them to do that.
I'm not very familiar with how synthetics are made, so I cannot say for certain.
Mm.
Yeah, but neither am I. I'm, again, more of a geneticist.
Yeah.
Biological stuff is more
So.
Usually, well, not usually.
Very wise. Or, no, smart.
It is very common for us to not be on purpose. Just someone will build a robot to go do a task, and then suddenly it will wake up, start having higher thought.
True, but isn't that often by creative design?
Sometimes.
An algorithm says...
Sometimes it isn't. Like, I'm fairly certain I was designed to be sentient from the start, considering I was.
True.
But I know one of my friends, IX, they were built to be a loading bot. They carry big boxes, load them onto ships and other things. But one day, while in the middle of their job, they just realized, I don't want to do this anymore, and left.
I suppose it
Yes.
would work in a sense of ticking boxes, having certain amounts of criteria to make up your personality or your thought processes, and you use both from the same parent. Probably best not to think about it. It's...
I don't know. I just take what they have to say about it, as they say it.
Mm.
They refer to themselves as her children, so I see no reason to argue, though I admit it is a bit confusing.
Yeah, I guess you could say it's just ignorance on my part. Struggling to understand.
I guess a good comparison might be with snails, because I think they can produce without a partner, yes?
True,
Can?
but again, normally when it comes to
I remember hearing
reproduction,
that, it's weird.
it's like a mixture of both parents' genetic material or their own genetic material. Decoding, I guess you could say.
Maybe they started off as like subroutines of Miss Hybris and then got complex enough to become their own entities. Maybe? That's me mostly using
Maybe.
words I don't understand.
They don't act anything like her.
So it rules out the idea it's a clone. I think it could be a clone with a few things altered to create individuals, but
They said they have the same primary directive as Miss Hybris. They all exist to collect data.
could this be like, you know, you got those random password generator things? Could this be that? Just roll the dice and.
Maybe.
Well, could be correct, but it just sounds extremely ignorant on my part.
I would give more
I don't
insight,
know.
but I have no idea how.
I think it is a better
such
guess
things-
than my own.
I barely know how I work. Like, I know that I need to rest occasionally to recharge my battery. I need to collect things and sell them because that's what it was made for. But beyond that, I don't know how I function. Or I can move stuff with my brain. It is weird. Metaphorical brain.
I mean, what is a processor besides a artificial brain?
This is fair. Also, do either of you want any tea?
What kind of tea is it?
It is green tea.
Sure. Why
What
not?
is it?
Sure.
We can pass this to Queen. Let's see, do I have another cup in here?
You don't need to. Thanks.
Coming to you. That's all.
Yeah, I could just lean over. You didn't have to get up on your feet for that.
You want me to scooch to the side a bit so we're sitting a bit closer instead of sitting like 6 feet apart?
Maybe.
Yeah.
There we go.
I was just worried about this thing.
Yeah, to be honest, I don't necessarily want to sit on that.
That's fair.
It's fine.
Here's some tea for you.
Thank you.
Is it good?
It's pretty good.
That's good. I was trying a new tea place this time. Instead of just getting it from like the grocery store.
Ah, yeah. Remember that stuff we found at the... what was that place called? Either way, talked about it being powdered and... tried it out of... how to say... a stupid curiosity. Like, oh gosh, this does not sound very good.
Things are preserved.
Let's see
even
how
in
bad it
powdered
is.
form.
Maybe, but it certainly didn't taste very good.
Was that at the little shopping center that we went to the one time? I remember that place because I think it was me and Aiden, maybe? We went to the... No, it was me and Ronto. We went to the food court. And there was a simp there serving sushi, and they tried to give us sushi, but with gravy on top of it.
What the heck?
Absolute
wait.
sin
I
against
think I
food.
remember this, yes. Disgusting.
Mm. Oh, I got good news with the. I completely forgot to mention it to you. I can't believe I did. You know how I was going for that checkup for Skipper?
Hi.
Turns out that they knew what was broken, and Oculus said that it can be fixed. She just needs to get the part. But on the brighter side, as it turns out, Opticos Industries was very not happy with another corporation stealing their stuff. So they gave Skipper's unconscious body back to me.
Oh,
So,
that's really good news.
they're not awake or
Did not
anything.
mention this.
Yeah, I'm sorry, I completely slipped my mind. A lot of stuff
That's
happening.
alright.
But they're back at the inn safe and sound. I don't think they're awake at all. They're like asleep. But just in case, I've been making sure to occasionally bring entertainment to them. In case they're like locked in there somehow.
I remember. Are they going to be alright after everything that happened?
I don't know. We'll have to wait till they're fixed up and then we can check with them.
You said Okurai-sama, they'll be able to help take care of them?
Yes. They said they're just missing a component. Needs to be replaced. It's apparently something only Opticos can get though, so they have to wait till he's able to. Which,
Hopefully he does not delay.
yeah. I haven't heard back in a little bit, but from what I was told, his chassis was not in good shape and needed some maintenance. Apparently someone tried to give him Opticos.
Oh.
Apparently someone
What the
gave
heck
him
happened to him?
bad flavor stick and it damaged his chassis. Kind
Oh.
of freaked out. This is why I don't typically
That's-
take flavor sticks unless I really know the person. It's very easy to put a
Doesn't
virus on one of
idea
those.
then, yeah. Ah, that's scary.
Mhm. But things are better than they were, which is the important thing. I'm just really hoping I didn't piss the corporation off at me. I don't think I did. I think, if anything, they're going to be mad at Opticos, which is better. It's still a bit worrying.
Maybe.
I'm sure it'll be fine. I can worry about that once Skipper is okay and awake.
Lisa, you alright?
Yeah, just relaxing.
Is your arm alright?
Yeah, my arm's fine. It's just reminiscing, I guess.
Huh? You care to share, or is that too much?
Yeah, it's fine. Just... just rub my arm and made me wonder about when was the last time I actually, felt my right arm. And brought back to when I lost it. Brought back to what I had back then. To King and yeah, just just reminiscing, that's all.
Suppose it is difficult for me to understand.
In what way?
I don't know what it feels like.
To lose a limb, or...
Yeah. Every time I hear people talk about it, it sounds... well, it's terrifying.
It's dependent on how you lose it, as well as what's going through. Think of nerves like an on or off switch. If you're gripping hold of something tight when you lose it, your nerve endings and wherever it's ended still believe that it's still on. So you'll constantly feel pain or sensation as if you're still gripping hold of something tightly. I had a few people who had experience in medical stuff with losing limbs and did the whole mirror trick. You have a mirror in between and it's like a brain trick. You trick yourself into believing that it's gone and, well, your limb ends up relaxing and the phantom pain subsides, but in terms of sensation, it's, well, different. This one's connected up to my nerve endings, so it's not so bad. Although the vibrations hurt. It's a shame I'm light-handed. Yeah, when I would fight with the sword, if someone collides their weapon with mine, this one has dampeners in it now, but my old one didn't have any. So when I collided, it would send vibrations up my shoulder and it would be hurt. If someone's just directly applying pressure or stimulation to my nerves, and it was painful. Main reason why I swapped out of the other one to this one. Although the old one had a few things in place, made removal quite difficult. But
I
after
think I remember you mentioning this, yes.
Yeah. After Millie uploaded herself into Stranger's subconscious data ascension thing, whatever you like to call it, she gained some knowledge about his old tech, found ways to...
Oh, sorry, just the wording. I didn't really understand. You don't talk about them much, so...
Who, Millie or Strange?
You've mentioned Strange enough. I know a bit about them. Don't talk much about them, Millie, so...
She's a, even I'm struggling to kind of process it. She died and uploaded herself into... Yeah, she died. Well, physically died. She uploaded herself into strangers trying to work on becoming, as he called it, machine guard, upload his consciousness into this Magitech device he made, basically turning human into machine.
That's horrible.
Yeah, I can imagine. Thing is, though, doing that doesn't tend to go well, but he incorporated some Magitech stuff from Keijin research notes and the like. Apparently it took him multiple decades to try and perfect it and work with it. Succeeded, I'm assuming. We stopped him before he was able to upload his consciousness into it. Millie was with us, and while we were fighting Strange, she went missing for a bit. Didn't really think much of it at the time, just thought she was busy doing something. When we defeated Strange and I was told the news that she passed. The state you saw me in, when I wasn't wearing any of this, and no mask, no hood, no nothing.
Yeah.
That was, yeah. And,
Sorry. I didn't realize.
Oh, if I don't tell you these things, you're not gonna know. It's just... yeah. But then I get like a text message a few months after she passed. She's alive in a weird sense. Did what Strange couldn't do, uploaded her consciousness into this Magitech device, and she's alive, explained that her soul is in the machine, so it's still technically her. It's not a copy, a replication, it's not her consciousness encoded into data, it's her. But I don't know. When you physically die and shuffle off your mortal body, it's the end. Even when King was cloned and presented himself to me and behaved like him, spoke like him, looked like him, sounded like him, I understood it wasn't him, it was a bastardization of him. It was... yeah, I don't really know how to feel about this.
I wouldn't either. I don't think that's unusual.
An abhorrent thing that happened. No one should have gone through that. I had to gone through that.
Yeah, well, it happened. Going through it is in the past.
Does it mean you can't struggle with it now, though?
I'm still struggling with it. She got her body back, the fleshy one. She's able to do this weird division of subconscious thing. As long as she has like a proxy in it, she can put her mind into different bodies. She uses her flesh body to interact with me. I'm assuming to make me feel better about it, but I don't know. I'm still struggling with acceptance.
I understand. I think that would be a lot for anyone to have to try to comprehend how they feel about it.
Yeah, I try to put myself into their shoes. Must be a weird experience. Being essentially isolated and alone, but also being with someone which you're familiar with. I'm not too sure how it works for her. It's not like Magpie, which is physically here, living like a human, but just different. She's data. She can be in mobile phones, she can be in CCTV cameras, she can be on a TV, she can be anywhere and everywhere, but also nowhere.
She has gone from one thing to being many things making up a whole.
Yeah. And she's an artificial intelligence. I mean, I think that's the closest thing you can probably label her as. Artificial. Or organic intelligence, I don't know. But I'm not sure where her main consciousness is. Probably some sort of supercomputer underneath the Zero, and like, you know, artificial intelligence, it learns rapidly, it has a higher processing speed, it's optimized for generalized thinking, specialized thinking. Humans, organic beings change all the time. In a span of a day or weeks, we're shaped by those things, but it takes a long time, and the change is gradual. But for artificial intelligence, it's instantaneous, almost, beyond comprehension. For a human, at least. I sometimes wonder if she's still the same person, but she hasn't just simulated herself into a different mindset. Not to mention, it's for AI, I imagine it's harder to keep your sense of self. Hackers could hack into maybe her memory banks or her processes, and it's just could take control, manipulate her, and yeah.
Sorry. Shouldn't have to go through that. I know it's not just that you've had to handle that all on your own all this time. I didn't realize.
I've handled King, Yuna, Millie's death. Back on myself, it's fine. Dealt with it all before. So,
Just because you've dealt with death doesn't necessarily mean it's easier.
it's how I rationalize it with it. Deal with it. I treat it as one case rather than many, it's easier to deal with. It does make me question my beliefs, though. I don't tend to
In what way?
subscribe to the idea of fate or some grand divine design. I don't know. Having so many bad things happen, it almost feels like I just pissed off someone or something or abstract design or idea. It feels like normal things that people go through, such as relaxing like this. It feels like a blessing, a gift, you know, like I won the lottery. But when I see other people having these things all the time, it's normal for them. It's just, why can't it be normal for me?
I don't know. A lot can change suddenly.
It was a rhetorical question. Wasn't
I know.
Wasn't expecting a response.
I don't know anything about fate or destinies or anything like that. I've questioned such things myself. But what I do know is that you have friends. If you ever need help, or need someone to talk to, or need those moments, please don't hesitate.
We are here to always listen, at least. Bring you to quiet docks, away from everything.
But what's the point of having friends and you slip through your fingers? Sure, Slick and Jackie, they're fine. They're safe, they've left, but I've lost that connection with them. I don't feel like I can relate to them anymore. Those friends are lucky, but then he killed Yuna, and I can really feel hatred towards him, just envy.
These sorts of things can change. But I don't know about you. I think I would rather have that chance to get to know someone, even if it's only for a time. To be able to be around someone, to know them, to befriend them, then it would be to be.
But I don't deal with the loss very well, Sakoto. I put myself into that individual, and it feels like every time I lose them or they die, it just rips out a part of me. I mean, Pill, I hardly knew him, but he was a familiar face. I don't feel the anguish of losing him, but it's just like... just feels like
Disappointment?
not disappointment. A year and a half has just gone. All those memories, those snapshots, they just...
Are they gone though?
No, but... sure, I have the memories, but even the human mind, it forgets it. It's like looking at a picture bleached by sunlight. They fade and lose their colour, lose their shine. They become from creased or crinkled stains on them. They're not unblemished. And it's like, when you see someone, you kind of have like a refresher. It's like someone passes away and, or like a dream, I guess. You vividly see their face, you know what they look like, but as you awake longer, the dream fades away into obscurity, into the point where their face becomes ambiguous. You lose details. They become like a faceless mannequin. Like King, I remember black hair, spiky, blue eyes, but some of the details are fading. And I cling to these memories because that's what I have of him, and others, but
I understand. I think that it is a sad thing that we cannot always remember these things with clarity. But I also think it is equally important we take some amount of joy that we got to experience them at all.
I know it's important. I don't like being alone. I don't like having interactions with people. As much as I behave cold, callous, and distant from other people, I do it because it keeps them away from harm, and it doesn't hurt when they're gone, when they're lost. It just feels like the past is getting erased over time. Used to have a nice home, good prospects, a nice job, and then it's gone. I don't even remember the building I used to work at. I don't remember my parents' faces. They're just scribbles because
it's been so long.
not just that. They're the reason why I'm a gangster in the first place. I already told you that I fell, but yeah.
Yeah, remember. I wish there was something I could say to make it feel better, but I don't think there is.
There isn't.
All I can say is that I understand. If even now I'm going to think about my own mother.
Ooh.
Struggle to remember what she looks like. I remember she has green eyes, wore glasses like mine. Often had her hair tied back, kind of like yours is.
In a braid.
Hmm. Remember, she had a soft face. She smiled a lot. But I don't remember all of the little things anymore. And yet, we're still here.
Only for so long.
All the more reason for me to find happiness. And I do. I'm happy to be here both with you.
Yes. Happy to be here with you both as well. I definitely am worried for the future. There will eventually come a time where, assuming things go right, I outlive everyone. And I already forget some things. I don't remember what my administrator looked like. But that's okay. The present is what exists now.
Does not make the past any less important.
Absolutely.
I'm gonna excuse myself for a bit. I'm gonna take a bit of a walk around.
Understood.
Okay.
God, I hope I didn't make them feel worse.
Yeah.
It's like the whole thing of where you want to give them something, help. There is no knowledge I have that could help.
Have the knowledge to help them in some way with this.
Mm.
Then I would have the knowledge necessary to help myself.
That's
It's a
fair.
difficult thing.
Life is like a bunch of chocolates and rocks being dumped on us.
Mm.
Not the goods, but the bads are more noticeable. Sticking your brain harder. I don't know where I'm going with this. I'm just sort of rambling.
Yeah, go on. Perhaps a good metaphor. Sometimes it's best to enjoy tea while it's hot.
Do you want a new cup?
I'm fine, thank you.
Is it empty? So it's empty?
Yeah.
Put it back. Okay.
Yeah. I'm okay. Just, talking about it makes you think.
Hmm. Sorry, I didn't want to dangle my legs over the edge.
It's alright. Just, we all have had people we've lost in the past. People we cared about. It just... It's difficult to see someone you care about suffering. I'm sure you know how this feels.
Absolutely.
I just... wish there was something I could do. I guess in a way this is as much as I can do. And be there.
Good to be there and listen. So she doesn't feel as trapped. It's the vibe I sort of got.
Mm.
Oh, as much as I sort of don't like the idea of fate, I hope fate turns out better for her. Things go back on the up and up.
Me too. Can only wish better fortunes for them. You alright?
Fine. Just thinking about
Yes.
how I don't know. There are times occasionally where I regret the way I am. I am going
What do you
to outlive everyone. Things like this remind me of it. If the world was the way I wanted it, no one would die. But it is necessary in how things work. But it's something that I
Still,
worry about a
you
lot.
should not regret anything about yourself.
It's a bit morbid of a thought. Apologies.
Like I was saying to her, important for us to take joy the time we do have together.
That's fair. I hope that thousands of years from now, I can carry all these happy memories to the future.
I hope you do.
So, people's etc. grandchildren, that about that time their ancestor did like a handstand or something. And they'll be like, Magpie, what language are you talking? Unknown, I do not understand you. You are like speaking some weird version of common that doesn't match with what we're talking about. And then they'll throw in some weird slang.
Yeah. I don't know about great-grandchildren, but even if it's just you getting to remember, I think that makes me happy.
Mm. Go.
Everything alright?
Sit back over the edge.
Yeah, it's fine. It's just walking around, stretch my legs, and take some medicine.
Has the treatment been going alright?
So no results. I'm not feeling as fatigued as I have been in the past, but it's still there. Still causing me pain, specifically when it's cold, which is a lot of the time anyway. So
Do you want a blanket?
it's more about the cold getting into the joints and
Oh, I see.
the crystals.
Well, there's even less that I could ever do about something like that. I don't really understand medicine. Hopefully these doctors can help you though.
Yeah, I mean they're the best people out there for it. They deal with it all the time. Amounts of magitech devices that they make into Shikzera that go wrong. Yeah, I imagine they have a lot of patients. Apparently I'm the first to have this kind of symptom, so yeah.
If you start feeling fatigued like before, don't hesitate to reach out. Please.
Yeah.
Even if it's just, I don't know, come by, bring you some food or something. Let you rest.
Can make you some good soup. Do a Charles impression.
Yeah. Is he doing okay?
He started
Yes,
practicing necromancy.
He mentioned about that last time I went to go visit.
Yeah.
His hands become all hard and rotten. Otherwise, he seems fine.
Messing with things beyond his understanding. I don't really want to talk, but yeah.
Some magics like that tend to exact a price. You know this.
Yeah. Yeah.
It is... What is... It is equivalent exchange. One thing for another. This is one of the important rules in alchemy that August taught me. Nothing for free.
Yeah, that seems to be a constant in life. Nothing for free.
Also, coincidentally, one of the things that Hamsky would always espouse.
What do you mean?
Oh, how he hated the idea of people trying to take charity on him. He would always yell at people if they tried to give him free things. Much less so nowadays, but it used to be a bigger thing back when the whole Aether thing was happening, and we lost the rack.
Sometimes it's difficult for people to accept help.
This is fair.
Making any progress with Marius?
No, I think he's kind of been avoiding me.
I mean, after
We
what
spoke
we did.
briefly. Yes, we spoke briefly afterwards, but since then, he has not made much contact. There was a bit of an incident, and well,
Oh, right, yeah. Widow's dead.
yeah, it hurt. Not just that,
Didn't know
I
about
think
that.
I saw him as, I think the weakest I've ever seen him. It seemed like he was, almost like he was dying.
Hmm.
He was frail looking.
Perhaps Marius is more human than we want to give him credit for.
Hmm.
A dangerous notion to entertain, if I'm honest, but...
I wouldn't exactly call him human. But
No,
it
but he
means
tries to be human. He uses human bodies as hosts. He behaves like a human. Wants to remove people's bad experiences and give them highlights to their lives. You know, all humans want to pursue happiness, and he wants to give people that.
Alright, thank you.
Very human behavior, if you ask me.
it, yeah, that I struggle with. He hides his flaws well. He tries to hide the awful things he does too.
wants to have an image of being a bad person.
No.
I mean, how? You don't see how many people I massacre and kill on a regular basis. Sure, it's a war. I'm doing it for my side and my faction, but it doesn't change the fact that I'm a murderer.
I understand.
Just make sure that Maddie's doesn't end up in a teacher-student relationship with you, Sakoto. Normally when humans, or even regular other species, organics, maybe, I'm not too sure. But I know when humans, when they suffer loss, they try to fill that empty space with something else.
I hate to break it to you. That's what I've been for the past couple of years. I'm obviously not doing it as truthfully as one would expect.
And what do you mean? Doing what for a couple of years, being his student?
Yes, trying to get close to him.
No. I'm not, when I say student-teacher relationship, I don't. I mean,
Don't grow to
romantically.
like him. Oh, ew.
It happens.
Wow.
People write novels of it all the time, fantasize about it. You know, it's just people weird.
I feel like he is the world's least eligible bachelor.
Yeah, but when he messes with people's minds, makes people believe certain things. He used to say he doesn't just try to do some sort of weird mind stuff to Yusakoto. He's tampered with people's memories, he's tampered with people's temperaments. It wouldn't be so far-fetched for him to just tamper with your memories and make it so that you're in a loving relationship with him.
Well, I can tell you for certain right now, I feel no affection for that.
Yeah, well, it doesn't change the fact that you can change that.
Yeah. Well, I'll do what I can to stop something like that from happening, but if that does happen, well, you'll know something's wrong.
If I ever find you liking him for some reason, I'll be sure to get you to somewhere where you can get all that gunk out of your brain.
I act... what is the word? Subservient around him, but it's an act.
Have you considered what I mentioned before about creating something that you can store your memories, like a store point?
Yeah, but what would I do? I don't know how to do something like that. How does that even work?
No, I meant more like.
Barely understand how people's memories work.
Would,
What experience I do have in working with them, it's dangerous as is.
would not only have to set that up, but also teach someone else how to go into your head and put it back how it's supposed to be.
Yeah, that's a valid point. Wouldn't even work anyway, even if you didn't know how to do that.
At the very least, I've seen him do it to one person. And I thought I had undone it, but... well, then it turned out they might have actually just had feelings. It was... distressing.
I mean, there are theories in the medical field where you can supplant memories into someone, and even if you were to fix them or remove them, if a person has generated enough memories, how do you know the difference between something that's their own or something that's artificially implanted? For example, if you were to have your memories altered in a way that makes you believe that someone's your father, you start going out behaving like they're your parents, and this happens for a year or even a couple of months. If they were to just remove those memories until it's fake, the month that you spent with them wasn't fake, it was real. In which case you kind of have like a...
It's really inside your head. I understand this well.
yeah.
I've worked with one case that's like that. Yet implanted
Maybe that's the reason why...
a seed of an idea in this person's head, and
yeah. Maybe that's the reason why Willow, even if you fixed her, probably continue to pursue it.
thought I had, but again, I think some part of their affections were genuine. So it... well, at least I hope. Otherwise, I don't know. I don't want to think of the alternative. Regardless, he's been keeping his distance.
More than likely morning, which is fine.
It's given me time to breathe. Prepare myself.
For what?
Whatever comes next.
Do you have a plan? Or is it just you keep being taught by him until you're brainwashed, until you die, and until he dies? Like, is that a plan?
Not much of a plan. I initially had more hopes that others were united in their desire to see him stopped.
Has he been giving them lavish gifts? It feels a bit funny that they root for Team Malleus. I don't know.
No, nothing like that. Just
Lack of urgency then.
yeah.
A lot of people want to just go at the tree and chop it down with an axe without considering where it will fall.
Not just that, it's just some of them don't even know how to approach the tree. And I can try to give them information, things I see, the things that I learn, the things that he shares. But it's not simple.
It's like me, that no one has the balls to want to make the first move.
Yeah.
Let's face it, if you were to go against someone like Malleus, you're not coming out alive. Or worse, you come out being one of his henchmen. No one's willing to make that noble sacrifice. I mean, I don't blame them. You're getting a noble sacrifice and throwing your life away for what if is a scary thought.
Because then I am just a dead woman walking. You know?
Does that like frustrate you? Make you angry?
Oh, it does. I can try to hide from him, but he's shown he can find me. If he tries. He knows where I stay.
Have you told the Valentis about this information you have? Because I just find it so astonishing.
At least what I could.
It's the whole fucking goal. Take that Marius, and they've been sitting on it for 2-3 years. Just...
No,
They're
at
so
least.
busy fighting I left now.
Why? For what purpose?
Because they tried to take Bucky, I think, and then piss them all off.
Yeah.
And then now it's sort of snowballed into that direction instead of towards Malleus. They are next, and they see a tree that's much easier to chop.
Yeah.
They must have ADHD or something then, like... I'm not gonna go into it. I'm just gonna go back into work mode, and I don't want to do that.
No, it's frustrating. What am I going to do about it? I can go yell at Marge, but I don't know. As of late, it's felt like she doesn't trust me. She thinks I'm in too deep. Honestly, sometimes I worry that I am. Yeah, thinks
she wants
that
to
I
have her
am
cake and eat it.
working. I don't know. The last few times I've tried to speak to them, they seem distant, like they were trying to avoid me. I don't know. Maybe it's just paranoia, but just don't get the feeling they trust me much.
It's Marge. Like the thing that she likes so much, the rats, she behaves very skittish like a rat.
It's managed to keep her alive all these years, so I can't exactly blame her, but it certainly makes the situation difficult.
If you have lofty goals or want to take down Malleus for revenge or something like that, you need to be willing to put your life on the line. Don't just skitter away and hide. Or get someone else to do your dirty work. Just commit.
I wish I could help more.
You already do. Keeping an eye out for me. And if you hear anything, you'll let me know.
I know, but it just sometimes feels like you are stuck out there on your own. It is worrying.
To a degree I am, but to a degree I am not. There are others. Just... a lot of us are stuck in a situation where we don't know what to do. Searching for the holes in his armor.
Well, we already saw a hole in his armor.
Yeah.
We went to fight him that one time.
Oh?
Mm-hmm.
Something I should know, or something to be kept secret for now?
That's your thing to say, Sakoto.
It's not much to share, but with a bit of help, we were able to hold our own. Mindscape.
Well, not just that, we made his own family members turn against him. Which, I don't know. Surely it means something, right? For someone
Just
to
the one.
focus on family like him.
Means he has less control than he acts like he does.
Mm.
That is useful.
It's a weakness. His control over the people around him is not absolute. But it also doesn't necessarily mean that those openings will stay forever. Upsam was punished.
Well, Oops has been with them for quite some time, I imagine. Probably had a few problems or, not following orders or misbehaving.
Maybe.
I'm sure they're made of tougher stuff.
Maybe so. Either way, it is something.
Definitely won't lie as well. There is occasionally a temptation to try and get information out of him about why I work the way I do. Maybe he knows something. So I know that it's probably a very bad idea.
Probably. Would certainly advise against it.
I have not actually taken a chance to look at other options. I should look around first before going to the worst one.
At the very least, you've got me. I don't know why you can do what you can do. At the very least, I can help you get accustomed to it. At least, as far as I can.
I think at this point I'm more or less am. I know at least how to control myself to not accidentally throw people into walls when I'm angry. I don't know. God, if only my administrator was still alive. It makes things so much easier. And
Maybe,
walk
maybe
up
not.
to him and
It's
be
hard to
like,
say.
"Greetings. How the fuck did you achieve this? Why did you achieve this? Was there some grand plan, or is it accident? I don't know."
It's hard to say.
A lot of questions.
Unlike the rest of us, you and your kind are created with purposes, usually. When someone creates a synthetic, it's usually for a task. So, I can only imagine there was some sort of reason. Or who knows, maybe it was an accident.
For so long, I knew exactly why I existed, why I was made, what my purpose was, and I could sort of base everything on that. But this is so unreconcilably outside that I don't know where to put it in my identity. Everything is now poorly constructed. There's something I missed. Bugs me.
Maybe. Again, maybe it's just an accident. Maybe you developed this capacity through some unusual means. Kind of like how you were saying, sometimes synthetics wake up. It's not intended. Just happens.
That's fair. Eventually we'll figure it out, I'm sure. Just need to look into things. at the very least less scared of myself now, which is good.
That's
When
always
that
good.
initially happened, I was very freaked out all the time.
Yeah. It's a little... Well, I used to hate myself. But I was cursed.
Hmm.
Now I know the truth. I'm just a bit weird. That's all.
Just like everyone else.
I suppose.
Everyone's a little bit weird in their own way. It's just
Yeah.
all being normal.
That I suppose I can agree with. I don't think you're very weird, though.
You don't? Got crystals going out of my eyes. I got I'm blind in one left eye. And weird magic weapons. Wearing armor that could be considered medieval knight armor. Yeah, like really old. Like 1600s.
I think you forget where I come from.
1500s.
That's pretty normal to me.
Yeah.
People wear armor for protection. That's it.
Yeah, but not this. kind of
Maybe
armor.
the sword is a bit unusual, but magical weapons are not that strange to me. Most people where I came from would have treated that as a prized possession, something to be handed down through their family. It's just unfortunate that yours has had some unfortunate side effects. Your condition, I don't think it's that weird. You explained it. It sort of makes sense. It's just something not working the way it should.
Well, about my condition, apparently it's a result of having no mana circuits. Whatever the fuck that means.
Oh,
That's definitely not weird.
It isn't weird. Having no mana circuits.
I haven't been able to cast a spell in my life, despite how much I wanted to when I was younger.
so if, for example, you gave that sword to a mage, they'd probably be fine then?
Perhaps they might pick up some other detriment now.
That's fair.
I mean, mine was specific because I didn't have mana circuits. The crystallization of my body's tiny deposits of mana going through my body that it can't circulate. If I had mana circuits, I would be fine, but there might be something else that comes up. For I know, the only thing I have is mana cancer. I could have something else. Maybe sensitivity to mana. I don't know. It could be anything.
It's hard to say.
Yeah.
Regardless, I don't think it's all that weird.
Having crystals going out of your body. I don't know. I think it's kind of weird.
I mean, I suppose that is a bit on the unusual side, but you're also talking to someone who can hear people's thoughts, so...
I'm talking to someone who can hear people's thoughts and an entirely metal person that can lift things with their brain sometimes.
Yeah.
Fair.
Perhaps having one unusual thing about you isn't so bad. Doesn't make you too weird.
Maybe having.
Besides, maybe it just means that we can all be weird together. Eh?
Weird club.
Yeah. Certainly one way to
Yeah,
bond.
you didn't hang out there.
As far as blindness or crystals or anything, I'm pretty sure I made myself quite clear. Doesn't bother me.
About. Oh. Yeah. I mean, you came to visit me in a hospital, so it makes sense. For the worst of it.
Okay for people to have moments if we. Goodness knows, it's probably for the best that I haven't had a chance to talk in a little while. You probably would have seen me several weeks ago and probably been pretty worried. It didn't look too
What
good.
happened? Were you sick?
No. Got into a fight. It was aegis operations.
Wait, wasn't that the mission you told me you were going on?
Yeah. So it was after that one. That one went fine.
You had another one afterwards, huh?
Yeah.
And you threw the ring a little bit, aren't they?
A little over 2 months ago?
Hmm.
I guess maybe that is the same one. Maybe. It's been a little while since we've had a chance to talk like this.
Yeah, it's been quite a time.
I've missed it.
It is nice to be able to relax occasionally. As of recent, there's just been thing happening.
Yeah. Now picked a fight with another scion, actually.
Scion? Like, mind stuff?
Yeah. That's what I've heard people refer to us as.
So, are they different from psychics, or are they just the same? It's quite
Psychic?
different.
I don't know.
I've heard.
All I know is that,
I've heard
Go
psychic
ahead.
used sort of interchangeably, but more often to refer to people who can do what Sakoto does specifically, like with the mind reading and everything.
yeah. See, and I've taken to referring to that as being a telepath.
I see.
Call it
Common has too many
telepathy,
words.
so... Yeah, I kind of hate it sometimes. But... it's just words. So... not to get too upset about it. Regardless, yes, another scion. She was... really tough. Well... I need to practice, sneaking up on people and knocking them out properly. Didn't want to have to kill her, but he certainly made it rough. Ended up running away. It really sucks, as it turns out she's not so bad.
Probably a good thing then that you try to go for the knockout instead of just icing them.
Yeah. I don't entirely trust her. But... she's stuck in a bit of a bad situation. Trying to do what I can.
I still think it's really funny how we sort of attract other scions to ourselves like magnets.
I don't know what it is.
Like, I was talking with Still Skill. She works at the garage. She's a Dragonborn woman. She also runs a garage in BO9. I was talking with her, and she was mentioning how she got a prosthetic from Fable, and it's like the one that Toronto has. And we started talking about that. And eventually the topic got changed to talking about Toronto, and she confirmed that Ronto is apparently also a psionic. Or scion, that's the word. Blah. I can word.
It certainly would make sense. His younger brother is absolutely. We know this. From what it sounds like his mother was as well. It sounds like she passed it on to them.
I've seen him do a thing where he sort of makes his arms bigger and turns all.
It's a hereditary thing.
Maybe?
Possibly. It's a bit strange, though. Neither of my parents seem to have such capacity, or at least if they did, they never spoke about it. Both of them practice magic to varying degrees. My dad didn't do much with it, but my mother did.
I see.
Let's see, who is every scion we know at this point? There's you, there's me, there's Shen, there is Fable, Smiley, there's Fronto, there's Tawa, there's the one girl that you met that mission. I forgot her name. One that stabbed the shit out of you. Who am I forgetting?
Bell's
Oh yeah, Bell. McKay, obviously.
Kuro-san.
Kuro. I think that's everyone. Oh, wasn't there one time someone brought, I remember,
Razor-san?
Oh, Crazer, I forgot about him. I remember someone bringing or coming over to you, talking about how one of their friends was a scion and wondering if you could meet them. They were like a kid.
Yeah.
I don't think I ever met the person proper, though.
No, I've seen the boy, but I don't know much about him.
Many psionics, in short.
Scattered and spread out, but yes. Finding more.
It's like fate initially was like, you are alone, and then later was like, yeah, that's boring, all you get together, friendship. Fuck it, we ball.
I guess? I don't really understand. I'm sorry.
I don't know. Just feels strange, is what I'm saying.
Oh, definitely.
Very out of nowhere. I suppose if it was going to happen in any place, it makes sense for everyone to sort of gather in Zafiro.
Maybe. know I said it before, but thanks for coming.
No, it's fine. It's been nice. Relaxing.
No, with everything you mentioned before, sounds like you could use a bit of a break.
Yeah.
Even if it's just for a little bit. Maybe I'll have to come up with more excuses to pull you away from the fighting.
Maybe I'll invite you out to more of our exploration things. I enjoy being able to talk with you. You have many insights.
Maybe. If you're feeling up for it sometime. It can be a bit of a walk to get places, and well, sometimes places get a little bit weird or creepy.
I'll try to
Usually
pick.
abandoned places are like that.
I'll try to pick places that don't get flooded.
Pretty sure all three of us would appreciate that.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I don't really mind. As long as it's not sewer water.
More like a lot of rainwater.
That's fine.
Yeah.
I can deal with rainwater.
A lot of rainwater. Like a building's worth of rainwater.
The only thing I'm worried about is Sakato here.
This is fair.
I've sort of learned how to swim. It's more Iris than I'm worried about than anything. They really don't like it.
Mm,
And now you're kind of making me nervous talking like that.
yeah, I'm sorry.
We get it's a joke, but
I'll stop. Apologies, Iris.
Still. If you think you can make it sometime, it's a lot of fun. Magpie sounds really good at finding good spots.
I'd love to find like a nice wooded area. I feel like that'd be fun.
Yeah. Oh, actually, that place we spoke at last time. It's a place Magpie found.
Ah, I see.
Oh?
That's nice.
That's how I knew about it.
Do you make use of one of my secret spots?
Wouldn't call it a secret spot. Do you remember on the cliffside, overlooking a dock? There's a big church up on the top of the hill. The
That was
residents
fun.
nearby, kind of keeping to themselves.
Mm-hmm.
Went back.
Yeah, that was pretty good.
Older gentleman lives there. He's alright. Didn't want to talk much. He was a bit grumpy, I guess. Says he just wants to be left alone. Said he doesn't care if other people are there just so long as they don't bother him.
That's fair.
Keep to themselves. Stay out of his way. Don't break anything.
I'm sure me carrying my sword didn't help. Probably a bit intimidated.
Maybe. Not sure.
I mean, when I
Didn't
came
actually
there, I
end up
had
seeing
a
him.
big,
Maybe.
big fuck off saw on my back when we went up there. He didn't really cause many issues with us, so it's probably fine. Definitely a nice place, though. We're not such a hassle to get up and down. I'd love to live in a place like that. Very good view.
Oh, I've never lived by the water like that, but certainly no stranger to places up high.
Sort of like both our living experiences combined, because I'm very used to being by the water. Something the matter?
No, just thinking.
Understood.
So, when I was younger, stepsister I've told you about. Foster sister? I'm not actually sure what the correct word is. Sibling who I was living with at the time. It wasn't really my sibling, but I was taught to treat them like one. They were very surprised. And they realized I didn't really have a fear of heights.
Mm.
Thought it was weird. I climbed a tree one time and were yelling that I was going to get myself stuck, and I tried to explain to them, "Oh, I'm fine. This isn't scary. This is not that bad."
Climbed on the tree.
Yeah. Kept yelling for me to get down, saying I was going to break my legs or something.
Mm.
Hmm. What? Kuisan, what kind of food do you like?
Hmm?
What kind of food do you like? We've shared food before, but never really thought to ask.
When I was part of the main Whisper Hollow group, I was focused on fitness. I mean, I still am to a certain degree, but I'm not fighting for my life as much as I am in the Hollow.
Okay. But what sort of
I
food do
think-
you enjoy?
I enjoy. That's a That's a complicated question.
Oh?
Hmm. I don't really taste many foods. Maybe because I'm worried about what's in it. Maybe it's highly processed or, you know, bad ingredients or something like that. I remember having a pizza one time and it was dreadful. It was really bad. But
You forgot
So,
pizza.
what you're saying is you don't really have much. That is, something
yeah,
you have that is a favorite.
I've had tacos. Went to a friend who
Oh,
isn't in the gang life anymore. He's Mexican descent.
oh.
Invited me over for soft tacos, and it wasn't
Do you
too
enjoy
bad.
them?
I mean, it's better than the typical slot we get given in District Zero.
Well,
I don't know, even fast food is
I
such a
can't
bit of a
claim to actually know
good
how
taste
to
it.
make them, but
Hmm.
I've had them before. They seem relatively simple.
Yeah, they did seem quite simple from what I saw.
Soft tacos are the best. I like the hard ones.
Oh?
I don't really know the
You
difference.
get
I just
everywhere.
realized they were just fried and maybe or made from a different flour. I'm not really too sure. The texture was okay. I don't. Other than texture stuff, I don't really see the difference.
All the more reason. It could be fun to figure it out.
Mm.
Settled then. And try to learn how to make some.
Well, you don't have to make that. You can make just other things as well. It doesn't have to be specifically tacos. Just what
You'd
I've
like.
had. Oh wait, no, I did go to another place. I think I went to like a ramen place. That wasn't too bad.
Oh.
Do they use like authentic
Simple enough to make.
ingredients?
The more time you spend on them, the more delicious they become. But I definitely know how to make that.
You know how to make ramen?
How to make a lot of things. Just not taco.
If you made a taco, would it be a taco?
What?
So a Sakono.
Oh,
So it'd be a Sakono taco or a taco.
I guess? Maybe. Either way. Maybe I'll try to do both.
Well, what do you like eating then? Give me an example. Maybe I would be interested in trying it.
Well, at the very least, whatever I make is not going to be, can't possibly be that disgusting. Just will depend on whether or not you like a taste.
I don't tend to be fussy when it comes to food. I was a bit more strict. I would have chicken and rice and broccoli, just because getting lean when you're working out, it helps.
Oh. I guess that I odd.
Yeah, you need to make sure you're fit. Otherwise, maybe you don't fit through small spaces, or you run out of stamina. Funny enough, when I switched over to frontline fighting, I worked out a lot because I had stamina issues. If you wouldn't believe it, I used to be quite thin, like a stick. Was focused more on intelligence gathering and being sneaky, as some would call it. But
Sounds a bit like me. I was doing a lot of the same.
Yeah.
Well, regardless, even if you're not super picky about food, doesn't mean you can't have stuff that you do like.
Again, we're working out a budget. Having broccoli and chicken and rice was cheap. Maybe not so much the broccoli. The broccoli is kind of expensive. And the chicken had to be like.
There's a lot you can do with broccoli.
A lot of people told me to put garlic with it and add some condiments to it. I think a few people suggested like soy sauce and fish sauce. Wasn't too keen on the fish sauce, a bit of a strong taste to it, but
Tends to, yeah.
It wasn't bad after a bit of time.
It
but I
smells
know a
kind
lot
of funny,
people-
but it's
Yeah, a lot of
okay.
people complain about the smell.
Yeah. Tends to stink.
Mm. But garlic did improve the flavor quite a lot, so it wasn't so much of a chore. Although, again, like back when I used to be part of the Hollow, I kind of ate for sustenance, not for joy.
Well, perhaps then you just need a little bit of joy.
Well, consider not really eating for sustenance nowadays. I don't need to be in tip-top form. I mean, I still work out, I still mind my diet, but I can, be a bit more relaxed. Just
Cheat a little bit.
cheating is one thing.
Most of the food I make, I don't think is all that unhealthy.
Well, it's not just that. I also had to eat just some of the food that. So the group I run, we have like an outpost of the homeless living in the area live there. Kind of give them a place to be warm out of the elements, but not exploiting them, so to speak, but.
Well, maybe I
I-
can try
I
cooking
use
for
them
them
as-
too. I enjoy it.
What, like over 100 people? Yeah, it's a big group.
I
Big
don't think
cooking
I've ever
events.
cooked for that many people, but I'm not afraid of a challenge like that.
I don't know. I don't think it's good to.
Maybe that's. Might be something to consider for the shrine.
A soup kitchen.
Maybe.
Free meals for
Yes.
people less fortunate, sort of thing.
Yeah, the people who need it.
I know we often sell we provide stews. Something that you can put anything in.
Ah, yes. Mother loved making stews and dishes like that. It's a good way to keep the house warm, especially in the middle of winter.
I remember one
Always made
time.
the house smell really nice too.
I remember one time I wanted to make a stew or like a soup for Skipper, but we didn't really have many good vegetables. So what I ended up putting in there was potatoes, beans, some I think it was chicken soup stock, and then weirdly enough apples.
Really?
Apple
How
is
did
a
that
bit
turn
of
out?
a weird addition,
Horrible.
but it works. Imagine
A
it
bit
just
of
kind
a
of dissolve.
sweet.
Sort of sweet and
yeah, I imagine it
savory.
would get very mushy.
Yeah.
Break up.
It was an interesting taste. Not amazing, but not too bad. I feel like you could just put anything in a soup or a stew and it sort of just works out. It's interesting.
There are definitely things you shouldn't add in combination with other things, but just pretty difficult to mess up. Still, if the people who are helping need a bit of food, I don't mind coming by sometime and, well, trying my best. 100 people might be a bit much, but I don't
I
mind.
don't feel the need to do that. It's kind of like a weird form of manipulation.
What?
So the homeless people don't really have anything, right? And
Yeah.
I didn't want to have to pay people. use them as networking, use them for networking. So they end up being around all the different zones in the district. They get paid through warmth, through clothing, through meals. So if you give them something a bit too high quality, too good, it becomes a norm for them. They become expectant, and then, you know, the big demands more. It's doesn't feel good sometimes to just manipulate people like that, but I don't have enough money to be able to sustain over 100 people, including my knights, to make sure they don't go poor.
Your knights?
Yeah, it's a group of people which I train personally. They go on missions with me.
Oh. Well, they can keep you safe.
Yeah, they do. They always specialize in something. We have a close bond with each other. Kind of reminds me of the Hollow 3 to 4 years back. But yeah, the Hollow, at least a modern version of it, there's a lot of selfish individuals there. They come in there expecting greatness, money, power. They are self-centered. But the outpost I'm trying to make is people do things because they want to enrich their community, enrich themselves. So, things like money, things like luxury, I tend to avoid because if I put it in, people are going to start wanting more than they are currently earning in life. People are allowed to have as much food, as much shelter, as much warmth as they could ever need. And all asking for a return is just for something small. It only has to be one thing. If you find more, that's just a bonus. But information, something is scavenged, materials, resources, building resources, maybe they have a bit of information about a potential bounty or information they found about the local populace. Maybe they bring back another mouth to feed. That's something which helps the community, keeps it up and running. And I want to foster that environment and that feeling of wanting to do things because, well, you want to do it for others. You want to make their lives better. Are they happy? Are they living a luxurious life?
I think that's really manipulation at that point.
You say that, but it feels like I'm putting the wool over their eyes.
I mean, an opportunity to survive in a city like this when they have nothing. And
True,
even
but
if it is in service of helping you to better the positions for the Whisperers, your knights, whoever. Are these the same sorts of opportunities that the Tigers would give them?
maybe not.
Then I don't think that's really much in the way of manipulation. You're giving them a chance and simply asking for a little back in return.
True, but if they knew how much money I made on the side doing bounties, they would probably want their share.
Maybe.
They'll start.
You're the one risking your life to take those bounties.
Yeah, but people don't see it like that. A lot of time in District 0, people like to tend to blame the government, blame Keaton Tower for all their woes. He has all of his money and all of his wealth, all of his power, but not doing anything to help the common person, which is understandable. But any company, any business that earns money, you have to take care of people. They make more and more demands. They see the amount of wealth you've accumulated and go, well, we contributed as well. We've assisted. We've gathered your information. What's stopping me from selling this information to another broker? People very quickly start turning from a society of, or a community of people that want to work together to the individual. Human greed is a very prolific thing, and it's very ugly.
I suppose I understand. But I don't know. I can see what your point is. It's just...
Maybe it's an unfounded fear. But,
I guess, thinking back to where I was a couple of years ago, I needed a place to stay. And I didn't have anything. Nowhere to go. No money to speak of. Didn't have a job. Didn't know my way around Saphira. I don't view Aegis as having manipulated me by asking that I help with their cause in exchange for a place to stay, food to eat, and job.
No offense to Koto, but you're also a shrine maiden, right? Priest or something like that. You're probably...
I am now.
Yeah, well, you're taught to live life in moderation.
Yeah, I know, and that's why I understand your point. That everyone is noble the right word?
Perhaps.
I'm not sure. Whatever it is, you get my point, though.
Yeah.
And I get yours.
I know we had a few people come in, I think going back like 3 weeks ago. They wanted more food than they were given because they brought in multiple supplies. They said they deserved more food because they contributed more. And they questioned why people which contributed only one object or one thing were given just the same amount of food as them. We explained that it's a group collaborative effort. Your contribution doesn't matter as long as you've contributed. But yeah, he wanted more.
I can understand his frustration, but... It is certainly a difficult thing to balance. Or to keep in balance? Yes.
Yeah, reason why I've been hesitant to give people those luxuries. So they're gonna run away with it and expect more. These are people that were like on the cusp of death, dying of hypothermia, starvation, infections.
Mm-hmm.
It was kind of rough, but it felt satisfying, accomplished to provide something to someone. Some of them understood that myself and my knights, we were fighting for them. We fought so they didn't have to. And all expect in return is for just a community that's willing to house it, I guess.
Mm.
It's also weird as well because a lot of those people down there, they had no access to televisions, to radios, to basic electricity because it's just a barren wasteland down there. Tundra. Some of them fled because they had debts to owe, and very few people went down there because it's so cold. Very few of them, if none of them, even knew who I was. Didn't know who Queen was, didn't know who the Whisperers were. A few of them did, but they wanted nothing to do with the gangs. But yeah, kind of a wild tangent. Apologies.
No, that's right. We're enjoying hearing.
We are here to ramble and talk about whatever floats into our ears. That means you're allowed to ramble about things too. It is interesting to hear about how other communities function. I was going to compare it to the meat rack, but it is fundamentally different because the goals are different.
Yeah, from my understanding, Meatrack has a business, a supply chain. We don't really have that.
We have commerce from outside, so have to balance things differently. Whereas everything is on you to make sure everyone is okay and fed.
Well, it's also in the community as well. They
That's it.
a lot of scrap, a lot of broken supplies tend to be lying all over the place. I know, going back, I think 3 months ago, I had to. We have a market district within District 0. I think Malleus is building a tower there, and intercepted a truck of supplies that's heading towards the market district, carrying a load of food, a load of medical supplies, and we intercepted that, used it, and it's been a nice boon. But it kind of wisened up to our antics. And they've paid like a third-party force to act as bodyguards for the truck. So it's a bit difficult now. 9 people versus against like a group of 20 is not very good, especially in moving traffic. Also have to be careful not to damage any of the buildings there or any of their property because Malleus's people might complain and send an official notice into Kijin. And considering I work for Kijin in a weird way, yeah, I want to get punishments for that. Although since working for ISB, I suddenly have a lot more money to spend, and about like 80% of it goes towards buying supplies.
Sounds like a lot.
It is. But now I have the knights trained up. They're doing their own bounties, although not official ones. They're doing underground bounties.
Oh. I suppose I'm not particularly knowledgeable when it comes to what the difference is.
So in District 0, there's the official bounties. They want people to come back alive, and have a license and everything, and how to follow the codes of conduct. If there's police force in the area, I'm to oblige and follow their orders. You know, not to hinder them. But it means I can't have can't do any underground bounties. Those require those targets being killed or boasting alive, and it's a bit more violent. Thankfully, the knights are not directly associated with me, so you have no idea. But yeah, mine's a bit more earnest. Theirs is less so. Mine's a bigger payoff, but it's a very narrow selection, so to speak. A lot of the bounties are whisperers, and obviously I don't take those. So I have to take those who aren't whisperers. But there's competition, obviously. So not always guaranteed to get the bounty I'm looking for, and also I kind of take it upon myself to hinder the abilities of other bounty hunters to not target whisperers. Can't protect them all, but it's a good number, good percentage. But it has led to me developing a certain ire from some other other bounty hunters. They don't take too kindly to me giving them warning shots or shooting weapons out of their hands or aiming for their legs. It led to a few situations where they gang up on me. A few close calls. Obviously can't come out and outright kill me or target me, but they can certainly say a few stray bullets hit me.
Hopefully it never comes to that.
It has a few times. They can't, if they are under ISB, they can't outright target me, otherwise I have their license revoked, but they can certainly injure me, make my life a bit difficult. I know I've been EMP'd a few times and had a few shock rounds hit me.
So they've already attacked you like this?
Yeah. Well, it's not lethal. They shot me with taser rounds and other kinds of things to debilitate me or make things a bit inconvenient. It's, you know, labelled as a stray bullet or I got in the way, and it is what it is. Just kind of have to just deal with it.
Yeah. Not fond of any of them going out of their way to hurt you.
Oh yeah, true, but I've harassed them, I've hurt them a few times while on bounties. So, an eye for an eye. They have livelihoods. people which they provide for, maybe have debts they have to pay off. If I'm shooting people who are going after whisperers, well, only makes sense to do it back to me.
Guys, I don't know. So long as you're sure you're safe. I won't make a fuss about it. Just...
I'm safe. I mean, I'm here, aren't I? I mean, all this extra money I'm getting, I'm investing in better equipment. So it's like multiple layers of Kevlar, plus steel, greaves and boots. Extra layers of armor.
Maybe you'd be able to give me some better advice.
Regarding what?
Hezekiah-sensei, he says he won't let me work until I have better equipment again.
Okay.
I had equipment, but sudden growth spurt sort of
Too tall.
doesn't fit anymore. Yeah.
I see.
I've been needing to replace it. I just haven't.
Like armor?
Something light and good for movement. I had a guitar I was wearing before. It's supposed to help stop someone from stabbing me, but it doesn't fit anymore. And well, with what happened during the last operation I was sent on, something like that could have stopped me from nearly bleeding out. So he was very upset. Got quite the lecture from it.
There's a few things out there which you could probably invest into. Depends on what you want. If you want something light and breathable, then Kevlar, you can never go wrong. However,
Doesn't necessarily need to be breathable. Just, you know, if for whatever odd reason I'm not defending myself with a barrier, might help stop me from, you know, dying.
I know some people in the industry are using nanomachines. Bit expensive though, and an EMP can fuck it up royally.
Whatever it is, I need to be able to wear it. I don't think I can wear tiny machines.
Do you know what nanomachines are?
I thought they were like tiny little robots.
They are. And some of them can behave like a cloth. It's kind of like sand if you think about it. Sand can flow like water, even though it's not a fluid. Yeah, it's fluid-like properties.
I think I'd rather wear something that isn't sand.
It was
Sounds
an,
itchy
it was an
and
example.
uncomfortable.
I feel like it'd be
You
like
don't
all coarse rough and get everywhere.
Yeah.
Well, the nanomachines wouldn't be on your skin. You'll probably be wearing like a leotard or something, maybe some Kevlar, and they would be on top of it.
Oh,
They would be able to reinforce certain parts.
maybe.
It's either that or nanomachine sun, but I
I know
didn't
it's
think of how
expensive as well,
to
but you
work
can
that
also use
in.
hard light. But that's advanced tech, which you might struggle to get hands on.
Well, the barrier already works well enough.
So what's the problem then? Why not just use that?
I have to be focused. And it's difficult to do multiple things at a time. When I'm sneaking around and hiding my presence, I can't have a barrier up. It's too much to focus on. And like last time, I tried to sneak up on this girl.
pulled a knife while I was trying to knock her out. It stabbed me in the side a couple of times before I could get my barrier up.
You could go for like
Actually-
a mixture of Kevlar and laminates.
Yeah, she left me with some pretty unpleasant scars.
Mm.
That one from
Yeah, you can go for, if you want something again, flexible. Kevlar's mixed with laminate plating in between.
I'm not sure what that is, but maybe?
It's, they have Kevlar, and in between it they kind of put like a material in between. It's like a... It's like plastic, right? It's a flexible, bendable plastic, but it's not quite plastic. It's,
I suppose that sounds a bit like what I was using before. Though it wasn't... I don't know. I don't know. I guess I could just show you sometime.
Yeah, that could also work as well.
I don't know. How about this? I'll make food sometime. Come to visit, bring you something to eat, and I'll bring it with me. You can take a look, see if you can figure it out. Unfortunately, the person who I previously, they worked at Aegis. They're not working there anymore. They had to move on. Had family business they wanted to take care of. I can't ask them to make another piece or tailor it. But maybe you could help me figure it out.
I can certainly try. Yeah, the main problem I'm having with it is, you want it to be flexible, you want it to be movable.
Yeah.
Often if someone's going to try to stab you, having multiple layers of clothing tends to help. When things try to like stab into something, if there's difficulty for it to make a purchase, like stick into things, it can cause problems, I guess. You'd also have like like fibers in between the fabric, so when the knife goes in, it only goes in so far because it gets caught in the blade, and trying to take it out, it gets tangled up in like these fibers, like a web, I guess you could say. How I'm not too sure how that is, but I remember scientists are trying to make all like body armor out of spider silk. If you want to be really exotic and have the money.
Spider silk?
Yeah, so spider silk has a strength equivalent to like I think it's like 10 times that of steel, by having the flexible properties of like a fabric.
Whoa.
They were trying to think of using it for tank parachutes.
Are you sure? I've cleaned up spider webs before and I didn't think they were that strong.
Well, in terms of just for the size and scale of it, one thread is obviously very, very weak. But if you manage to produce on a mass scale, weave it with each other, make long threads and strands, it becomes quite strong. It's the same as how rope is made, right? Rope is made from loads of different kind of plant fibers, and it's woven and twisted together to make a very thick cord, and those are quite strong and durable.
I didn't know.
How you could probably make, as weird as it sounds, probably make something like a rope out of human hair. It's going to take a lot, but it has its strengths.
I mean, I suppose I've seen people make rope out of horsehair before.
Yeah.
Can make a wool rope. Never people's hair. That does seem a bit odd.
Hair is hair. if you're in a sort of situation where you need to use it,
Yeah.
you can use anything.
Well, I'd rather not turn my hair into rope.
Mm.
I quite like it where it is.
Spider silk
Oh.
it is then. I jest, obviously.
And were you suggesting Sakota wear clothes made out of her own hair? That'd be a bit weird.
No, I was
Yeah,
give
that
an
would be a bit
example
odd.
that you know, you can make twine or rope out of anything.
Mm.
But yeah, spider silk, very durable, very flexible, incredibly
Mhm.
lightweight. But maybe there's some sort of other material out there. Maybe it's a unicorn mane thread or phoenix feather. I don't know. There's different kinds of things out there, I
I'm
imagine.
going to get a phoenix feather. Those things are rare.
I don't know.
As
I just
far as unicorn hair, though, I mean,
I see advertisements all the
I mean,
time.
she's
in
technically a
District 2.
unicorn, but I wouldn't want to make something out of her hair. That would be really weird.
I'm not sure Norelia would. Actually, you could probably convince Norelia to do it. You just need to be very particular about how you word it.
I would almost feel bad. I'd feel like I was tricking her into something weird.
Yeah, definitely a little bit.
Ugh.
Can't be any weirder than someone selling used clothing to someone because of a. Well, actually, no. You know what? We won't go there.
I suppose.
Never mind.
I suppose you wouldn't have to make like an entire suit out of rare materials like that. You could sort of leave it in with other materials, probably.
Exactly.
Like a
I mean,
composite.
if it's like
That
a
does
mythical
remind me. I want
beast.
to talk to Rose-sama. Was helping a friend recently. They needed to gather some materials. Was telling you about this earlier.
Mhm.
They needed this stuff. They called it Dreamweave. Something from the ethereal.
Okay, you're surprised about
quite
spider
pretty.
silk, but yet you're not surprised by the dreamweave stuff.
To be honest, I don't even understand what this stuff is made of. It's weird.
Dreams, by the sounds of it.
Maybe?
Or it could just be that its fiber is made of something in the.
Dream? I don't know. It was very confusing. But regardless, we found some.
Imagine.
And it's kind of cool looking. I'd show you if I had some with me, but it shimmers like a rainbow almost. Or like oil spill.
Oh. Huh, interesting.
Mm-hmm. We found some of the stuff and brought it back with us. But Rose-sama, she gave me a good bit to take with me because she had enough. And said I could figure out what I wanted to do with it.
Maybe
You can
leave
show
on
that to
your
me when you show off your outfit or your equipment.
Mm-hmm. Old equipment. Haven't used it in years now.
So I saw that raising your eyebrow because I said outfit. You wear it, or used to wear it.
Yeah.
It's getting late. I'm getting phone calls and messages from
That's fair.
ISB and other places.
We haven't kept you too long, have we?
No, I mean, these bounties are urgent, but there's other people who can take them.
Mm-hmm.
Might have to consider going. I'm also getting a bit hungry as well.
Mm. You have been sitting here for like 3
A
hours?
while now.
2 hours and a half?
Has it really been that long? Oh my
We-
god.
2.5 hours, roughly.
We
Sorry.
got here around 5 Zephyrian Mountain Time, and now it is 8:23 Zephyrian Mountain Time.
Wow.
1 second. Hello? okay, just... Can you not deal with it yourself? Right, yeah, I'll do it in a second. Probably be about like an hour. Shouldn't be too long. Why not ask Quartz for help? Yeah, get Quartz and I'll join in like an hour to 30 minutes time. Yeah, see you soon.
This was fun.
I agree.
Thank you for inviting me.
Yeah, likewise. It was nice being invited out.
I guess that I'll have to do it more often.
Not too
Give you a
often,
chance
otherwise I won't be
to
getting any
breathe.
work done.
Well, if I have to put in a bit of extra work to help make up for it so you can actually take a break, I'll do it. I don't care. Goodness knows these past 2 months have been, agonizing, being stuck with nothing to do. Aki-sensei
Yeah,
wouldn't even
nothing
let
to
me
do.
come over to the shrine to, help out. Told me I needed to focus on my recovery. Been more than stir crazy.
I've kind of run out of
recovery is an
movies.
important thing.
I know. Just after a while, it gets boring. You're stuck in the same place.
You can always meditate. Right.
Yeah, you can only spend so much time in your head.
Yeah, I get that.
At least now you are free to do stuff and things.
Mostly.
Damn, I don't have a cool face mask I can wear. Can't believe this.
You just have a cool face.
You can always
That's
get
fine.
one.
Oh, yeah, but it looked really weird. Like, can you imagine like a face mask sort of stretched out over the bottom of my face?
Why not get a scarf? That also
Maybe.
works.
It's not a bad idea.
Mm.
If you wrap it around and have enough fabric, you can make it like a shawl in a way.
Maybe. I can't really wear masks as my face, or at least the screen on my face is like more like a mask itself. I thought it would look cool.
Either way.
I didn't consider how many fashion issues it would cause when I gave the idea to my mom to build.
I wouldn't know.
Such is life.
So what do you plan to do? Just go back and be stir crazy again?
Probably.
Is there no one in Aegis that you can spar?
I don't really enjoy sparring all that much.
Hmm?
But I suppose if I wanted to, I could.
You won't get better at hand-to-hand combat if you don't fight against an opponent that is also wanting to win.
I know.
Simulations can only do so much, Sakoto.
I'm well aware, and even with the simulations, I'm not that good at it. Never been much for fighting. Didn't start working at Aegis because I thought I was good at fighting, or thought I would be good at it anyways. I just needed a job.
Armor can also only protect you for so much. There'll be a point where
Well,
you need to try and avoid it.
I'm pretty sure I can stop a car, so I think
You
I'm
can
doing
stop a
something
car,
right.
but you can't stop a knife.
If I'm ready for the car, maybe. I don't know. Sensei throws giant boulders at me half the time. Can handle taking a hit. It's just when I get caught off guard or something happens that I wasn't expecting.
Cars and boulders are also larger objects. It's blunt damage. But a knife, it's sharp. It pierces. Imagine when you make a shield, having it larger just means more surface area. But if you're making it...
A little bit. It's less about that and it's more about the force. Trying to stop it. That's why I'm not a big fan of guns either. Those things hurt. And while stopping a bullet is not easy, I can do it. It's difficult. A lot of force all at once in one tiny spot. So to a certain degree, you're right.
Same
it's
thing
not
with a
easy.
knife.
I've heard that wearing a set of high heels puts more pressure on the ground at the spike of the heel than an elephant does standing there. Because their feet are so big.
Well, don't tell Sensei that. He might try to train me by having people try to stab me repeatedly.
That's fair. I thought you were going to say try and fight you wearing high heels, which I think would be really funny.
I don't want to wear high heels. I
No,
tried
no,
it once. It
not
was
you, Hezekiah,
terrifying.
wearing the high heels.
Thought I was going to break my ankles.
Is your balance not so good, Sakodo?
I think my balance is fine. It's just, standing like that. I don't know how people do it.
I've seen some people fight with high heels. It's kind of a skill in itself, if I'm honest.
Guess I've gotten used to it. Have you ever worn them?
So,
High heels. Have you ever worn them?
have I ever worn high heels? No.
Well,
I could see
maybe
you
try it
looking good at
sometime.
them.
You'll see where my general dislike of them comes from.
I don't need to wear high heels to understand that it is treacherous to walk in.
Yeah. I much prefer to keep my feet solidly on the ground rather than trying to balance on a tiny little spike. Don't even really understand why people do it.
It makes the legs more... the legs become tense, the calves specifically. Adds more height, but it changes the shape and size of your legs. The panties are more attractive.
I've also heard people say the way you have to stand with it makes your butt stick out more. And that's like a big reason people like it.
Oh,
Like, try standing on your tiptoes. Feel like the burn on the backs of your thighs, backs of your calves, and also your butt as well. It causes it to become quite tense. And,
yeah.
changes the shape a little bit.
Well, I don't think I need any help with height. Pretty tall as it is, but I don't know. Maybe.
Some people want to be even taller.
Maybe not so bad.
Some people have a height complex and they want to, they see height as being more power or authority. It's just psychology stuff.
Don't know
Yeah.
about power or whatever, but I sometimes wish I was not quite so tall. Would be a little nice.
Need to swap heights with you. So I can be tall for once.
Maybe go back to
Lovely
being your
quite
size.
short, despite me being like 5'9", about average, I think.
Yeah, don't seem that short to me.
Sakota used to be around my height. Once upon a time.
Yeah, when we first met.
Funny to imagine that.
It was a number of years ago. Actually, now that I think about it, we've known each other for quite a while now.
How many
Time has
years
flown
now?
by.
Big time.
Since that first time, Pantasan brought me down to see where he worked.
I remember Hamsky bringing you over to me and being like, "This is Magpie. She is very badass," and I wasn't sure how to respond to that.
I remember, yes. Yeah, I shouldn't keep you.
It was good to see you. And I hope
Yeah,
we can see
See you again soon.
Thank you
I'll
for...
just message away.
Thank you for coming in, sitting with us and drinking tea.
Yeah, it was nice. The moonlight looked lovely on the river. Well, until next time.
Ta-da.
Bye.
Take care, both of you.
I will.
Well,
Suppose we should get you back to the inn, and I'll
Yeah.
probably make my way back to the station from there.
I need to go check on Skipper, make sure they're doing fine. If you want to see them, you can, but they're not really doing anything. They're just sort of laying there.
Maybe. Maybe not. I know I would probably not want many people to see me at, such a low point. Though,
That's fair.
if they want company... Actually, now that I think about it, I could probably help you figure out whether or not they're unconscious.
Oh,
If they're unconscious,
that'd actually be
I-
very good.
likely won't be able to get much of a reading from them.
Well, if you could, that'd be great.
But if they're awake, maybe I can help you to communicate. At least if they're willing.
That'd be good, probably.
Come on.
I'm just hoping they won't be too mad at me when they wake back up.
Hopefully.
I ended up getting into an argument
Anything, I think they'll
with
just be happy that you
Firefly.
are okay and that they're home.
I was taking
At
custody.
least I would be. It's hard to imagine what they've been through. To be home with someone they trust, I think that'll make them quite happy.